Moffett Field. So I have a review ready for the historical board gaming French set that came out, and there's also GI Joe did a good review. His is more in depth. I'll put that link in the notes below. So if you really want to see a good version of the review of historical board gaming's new French set, go watch GI Joe's, and then you can watch mine. But what I was going to do here is I've never done a giveaway, so I thought I'd do a giveaway here. And this is the French Foreign Legion set by Esci, kind of in the same theme as historical board gaming set that just came out. Honestly, I'm never going to use these. I bought them to see what they're like. But for me, I don't want to put the time and effort into painting these guys and then have the paint come off. If you're spray painting them, it's probably a good set because you can always re-spray paint them and it wouldn't matter. But I don't want to paint them and then have the guns bend and have the paint come off. But it's a cool set. Honestly, I think they're better than the historical board gaming sculpts that came out. I did prime them, and then I tried to clean off the primer because I was going to try and prime them again. So some of them have a little bit of primer left on them. They're not used, they're not cut off the spruce, but you might want to clean them up a little bit, maybe a little paint thinner or paint remover, or just give them another scrub, and I think most of that primer will come off if you're going to paint them. So anyway, leave your name in the comments below, or comment below I should say. Just say yes, you want to be in the drawing, and I'll pick out the names probably in a week. I'm going to be traveling, so I won't have time this coming week, but give me about a week, and I'll mail them to you if you win. Again, it's a cool set. I like it, and I wanted to use them, but again, I can't be repainting them like the Japanese sculpts that we have in the game. They always need touch-up, so I'm going to keep looking for another set, but there are some good figures in this set. All right, so that's it, and now to the review. Cheers. Welcome back to Moffett Field, everyone. Just going to do a quick review of the historical board gaming French set that just came out. I just got the box, couldn't find my Sharpie, but I always have spray paint around. And then I've got, in the background, you can see a few things going on. Got my Global 40 board, and we've got this Cataclysm game that we've been trying to learn. I think we're giving up on it. It's just too complicated. That's a custom map I made for it behind. Got another tactical game here, reading the rules, Combat Commander. But here is what I got in the mail yesterday. So let me pause here and I'll set them up and take a look at it. Here's the set laid out. Looks pretty good. Closer view of the infantry, the 4 French Foreign Legion, artillery, bombers, tactical bombers, fighters, the funky mechanized infantry, and the navy that comes with it. 4 carriers, 7 cruisers, 4 battleships. Anyway, so let's look at them a little closely. The infantry are well sculpted, nice backpack in the back. The plastic's a little cheap. These guns are going to bend, and if you paint them, the paint's not going to stay on. This is the French Foreign Legion unit. Honestly, the most disappointing sculpt for me, I think, in the set. I was expecting a little more. The hat, maybe that's a different kind of hat that they had. I have to research that. The hat looks a little funky. Or is that a helmet? Can't quite tell. It's missing a brim. Like I said, I'll have to get on Google and look at that. Looks like they have shorts on. I thought the legs were a little skinny, but I guess they look okay now. It's okay. Second thought, but it's not the best, I don't think. And again, the hat looks strange. I have to look that up. The cannon, pretty well done. The tanks, here we go. These turrets come off because some of them came with the turret popped off. There's quite a bit of cleaning up on these units, especially the infantry. And then these funky, what are these called? The Lorraine 1930L mech. Where'd it go? I mean, nice detail. And honestly, I looked for a lot of different kinds of French mech, and there's not a lot out there. This one, and then I have another one I did from Shapeways. It looks more like a little half-track. Anyway, it's an option. It's not at least it's easy to identify on the board, I guess. A sub, there's only so much one can do with the sub, so they're identifiable. Can't quite get it to focus, but it'll be pretty identifiable. The destroyer's pretty good. I think one could even maybe use this, I know as a Corvette. General Hand Grenade had a video on his Canadian expansion. This almost looks like it falls into the Corvette class. The transport is pretty cool. This is a Golo, 1933 Golo. I think this might be my favorite sculpt in the set. It's different. It looks like a transport, unlike the Axis and Allies transports. People get confused all the time. Couldn't find a lot of information on this particular ship. It was armed, and it looks like they put that on the front and back. Looks like they have the gun turrets on here. Lightly armored. Don't know what the fate of this was. I was trying to find online. If anyone knows, maybe put it in the comments. Did it sink? One thing I find amazing too is how few transports there were during the war, and how these nations moved goods around the globe with just the small amount of merchant fleet that they had. And they got sunk so quickly and easily. The carrier is cool. Can't imagine these would ever come into play, especially not 4 of them, but maybe some other minor countries can use them. Wherever that went. Cruiser. It's also distinguishable. The Richelieu, probably is how that's pronounced, battleship. This is pretty good. This might be my favorite also. The ships in this set are good. What else do we have? The planes. The planes are pretty flimsy. They'll work. They're not outstanding. They're a little generic, but it's okay. This is the tactical bomber. Like these, I could have used a little more, maybe a better plastic, a thicker plastic. You can see how easily they bend. Look at that. That's going to be a bummer when it's painted and the paint comes off potentially. Here's the fighter, the D520. Looks similar to other fighters. It's okay. It works. It's pretty well detailed. It has some engine exhaust on the engine cowling there. So, a decent set overall. This was 40 bucks, I guess. I guess that's worth it. The French needed some different units. So there you go. That's the French set from Historical Board Gaming. Take care. Hey there, I'm back. I was going to show you this, I forgot. It's a French Foreign Legion set from Esci, I think is how it's pronounced. Let me find the box. Esci. Esci. But here's a close-up of the Historical Board Gaming unit next to this. I primed these up at one time, as you can see, and I've tried to clean off the primer because I was going to try again. But actually the plastic is so flimsy that there's no way paint was ever going to stay on these. So I'm not even going to bother to paint them. But the sculpts are, I think they're better than the Historical Board Gaming one. This is why I said I was kind of disappointed in Historical Board Gaming. Again, the hat looks kind of funky on the Historical Board Gaming. Maybe it's a fez. But, you know, it's kind of missing that characteristic French Foreign Legion cap. I forget what it's called. And here you can see the sculpts that come in the set. They're pretty interesting. Buglers. So, just wanted to show you that comparison. Alright, take care.